Girl, is Komugi turning into a GAOGAON in Wonderful PreCure? Well, we've seen this image in the preview for episode 39, which is airing this weekend, and it seems that's what's gonna happen. But we don't really know what's actually going to come down in this episode. So, let's take a look at everything we know, and also let's theorize about episode 39, which is called Nico Evolution. So, we've already seen in episode 38 that Nico already has her human form. We haven't seen her turning into a human, but the narrative has already revealed it to us. And now it's in the name of the episode, so it is going to be relevant. We also see in the preview this moment right here, which her ribbon is forming, and there's all the colors of the four wonderful cures, pink and purple, blue and green. And you know, Nico is becoming a human in this episode, but we don't know why. Another thing that we know about this episode is that it is going to be a Halloween special. We are going to have a Halloween party in Animal Town. We've already known about this because we've seen in the summaries for October. And this episode is also going to bring Gaon, who seems to be the main villain of Wonderful PreCure, the main antagonist of Wonderful PreCure. I think this episode, like this preview, got me really, really shocked. When we were analyzing the summaries, the summary for this episode, which we're going to check out in a few, the summary of this episode did not mention specifically that we were going to see Gaon, but it really made me believe that it was Gaon that the summary was mentioning, because it only mentioned a wolf man, or a man dressed as a wolf. And the preview actually confirms that man is Gaon. And then the episode, or the episode preview, ends with this shot of Komugi turning, or beginning to turn, into a GAOGAON. Imagine just like a dog Komugi turning into a GAOGAON, and then she turns into a human, and then she transforms into Dark Wonderful. Girl, I would love that. But let's check out the summary for this episode. Let's try to understand what is really coming down. So I'm not going to read the whole summary. I'm just going to explain what the summary says. The summary says that there's going to be a big Halloween party in Animal Town. They're all going to be having a lot of fun. And Komugi and Iroha are going to be giving out sweets in the veterinary clinic that they have in their home. When they're there, Komugi will see a man dressed as a wolf. And since she is dressed as a wolf herself, we can see in this image, very cute, look at the wolf paws. Iroha, she's so adorable. I love this. Since she is also dressed as a wolf, she will run after this man, and she will tell him that she's also dressed as a wolf, and she's like, oh, you're dressed as a wolf? I am dressed as a wolf too, and she will be super happy, but he will simply go away, and she will run after him. But she will be so tired, she will get so tired. This is I'm curious to see this in the show, because I don't really understand how this scenario can play out. Will Gaon run away from her, or will he just walk away and she will be searching for him? She will get so tired that she will turn back into a dog. At this moment, Gaon will take her and take care of her. And then in the moment that he is taking care of Komugi, a dog Komugi, she will wake up and she will notice that lots of animals are drawn to Gaon. We can already see that in the preview as well. We can see Gaon with some enemies with him. Yeah, this is the best shot that I have. Animals. Oh my god, what am I saying? Animals are drawn towards Gaon. And then she will start talking to Gaon. Since she notices that animals are drawn to him, she will tell him that Gaon is just like Iroha. because Iroha is also someone who is able to draw animals to her. Animals like Iroha because of her personality, because of how she treats animals. We see that a lot with Cure Friendly. That is a big trait of her character. That is a big trace of her personality. And she will tell Gaon that he resembles Iroha a lot. I think this is very important because we know that Gaon does not like humans. He has a big grudge against humans probably because of something that happened in the past. And I feel like this will be some sort of conflict to Gaon. And then at this moment when Komugi is talking to him, Iroha and the others will find Komugi because they are searching for her, and they will find Komugi there with Gaon. They don't know who Gaon is, but Gaon probably knows that they are the Cures. I don't know about that. But there is going to be some sort of conflict in this episode. And another thing that is very nice that the preview brings is this shot right here. Two shots actually, one from the Neanderthal duo and one from the dog duo. Where is the one from the dog duo? Here. I thought I had separated, I didn't. So here's the dog duo as well. Notice something very peculiar about this. In the two duos, we have one human and one animal. Notice that in this shot, these shots right here, they are in the dark, and the animal eyes are glowing. So Cure Nyami's eyes are glowing, Cure Wonderful's eyes are glowing, kind of like animals in the dark, right? And there's also the fact that Gaon is not trying to actively hurt. I mean, he is kind of doing it, that's why he is the antagonist, but his end goal is not to hurt the animals, it is probably to hurt the humans and create a havoc to end the relationship between animals and humans. I feel like that is his end goal. And so I believe that he is his goal is ultimately not to try to hurt Nyami or Wonderful, even though he is probably going to try to turn Komugi into a GAOGAON. This relationship between humans and animals is probably something that for Gaon is a very bad thing. But for our girls, it is a different topic. For them, it is the strongest thing they have. And I'm very curious to see if Komugi will actually turn into a GAOGAON, or if she will stop the transformation before it is completed, or if it's just an illusion, if it's just a dream, for example. We don't actually know because the summary does not get onto this point. And there's also the aspect of if Komugi turns into a GAOGAON, is Iroha's power or Friendly's power able to make her come back just by herself? I feel like that is a very strong point. I feel like their bond is really well thought and well crafted in the show for that to happen very easily. This is something that happened in Hirogaru Sky in episode 49, which I thought was amazing. In episode 49, we had Cure Sky turning into Dark Sky. You guys probably remember that very iconic moment. And this blew me away. I love this moment from Hirogaru Sky. It was incredible. And you know what took Sky to stop was her relationship with Prism, Soda's and Mashiro's relationship. And honestly, it's not exactly the same as Komugi and Iroha, but the bond is as strong. You know, so I feel like it would be a very nice way of making this a good round effect if she turned into a GAOGAON and Friendly would be able to turn her back into herself just with a hug. You know, coming back to the early days of Wonderful, even before they got their power, we had the Cures actually actively making the animals come back just with a hug. And I feel like that would be enough, you know. I would love if that was the case. I would love if they were able to make Iroha make Komugi come back just with a hug. I would love if that were the case. And there's also another thing at the equation, which is human Nico. We have no idea why Nico has the power to turn into a human, or if this power has some sort of relevancy. But her human form would not exist if it wasn't relevant, if she didn't become more powerful, or if her power didn't become more meaningful. And there's another thing about this which I also want to talk about. I am not finding any pictures of the pact right now. It just came to my mind. But pay attention to the colors of Nico's band and her own theme. It seems that it's her theme color. I don't know. We have blue for Cure Nyami, pink for Cure Wonderful, we have purple for Cure Friendly, and green for Cure Lillian. But those are not the only colors. Oh, I found one that is very good. But those are not the only colors that come in the pact or in the pouch that they hide the pact, that they store the pact that they use to transform. There's also the yellow color. Where's the yellow color? Right here, in Nico's horn. When Nico is in her regular form, or her fairy form, let's call it like that. Where is a picture of Nico? Here, this one is good. If we look at her horn, it is the colors of the wonderful cures. It's pink, purple, blue, and green. And then there is a yellow stone, a yellow diamond right here. And this horn turns yellow when she's human. Can we see the horn? Not in this moment, but maybe we can see it when we see her full body here. Is it a yellow horn? It might be a yellow. It might be a yellow horn. Might be a yellow horn. So what I want to say is that this yellow that we see in the pouch, when Wonderful PreCure started, I thought there's going to be 5 cures and the 5th cure is a yellow one. But right now, I believe this yellow is Nico. It is clearly Nico. Look, the 4 colors and the yellow color right in the middle, like the pouch. And Nico is the origin of the cure powers. Okay, so I made all this round theory about Nico being the yellow color here just for one specific thing. Nico is turning into a human in this episode. Nico Evolution is the name of the episode. So Nico's transformation into a human is going to be important in episode 39. There is absolutely nothing in the summary about Nico. It's only Komugi and Gaon, basically. I mean, we have the others mentioned in the party and everything. It's probably going to be a good time. But Nico is going to be important. And we know that Nico and Gaon, they have a story. What story it is, we have no idea. I want to share my theory. But before that, I just want to say that Nico's transformation is going to play a role. And even though I would like to see Cure Friendly just hugging the wonderful GAOGAON and the wonderful GAOGAON coming back, I believe that the GAOGAON Komugi, where is it? Ooh, I closed it. Okay, let me get a picture back. The wonderful GAOGAON. My theory is that the wonderful GAOGAON, or Komugi GAOGAON, is gonna be stopped. She's not gonna have a complete transformation. It's either gonna be stopped by herself or by Nico's power. Nico will make it stop and make it go like, no, not happening. I'm a human now. I'm a diva. I'm a human diva, and this is not happening. So that's more or less what I believe is gonna happen. I believe Nico's power will come into play to prevent Komugi into turning into a GAOGAON. Or maybe even Yuki as well. Maybe Komugi and Yuki are gonna be praised for Gaon's power. But I would love if they turned, and then they turned into humans and turned into dark cures. And then Nico gives a little bit of her power to Lillian and Frandy, and they are able to hug both of them and make them come back. But then there's something else. Episode 39 is airing this weekend, the last weekend of October. And then episode 40 is not airing in the first week of November. There's no episode in the first week of November. Something fell down. Oh. It was him. It was my Inosuke. Look at him. He's so cute. I love Inosuke from Demon Slayer. So we're not gonna have an episode. We are not. And that means this episode, I really believe this episode, like the story of this episode, the plot of this episode is not gonna end on this episode. I really believe this is gonna be a two-parter. And so we're gonna be a week without an episode. So we're gonna have to wait 2 weeks for the probable conclusion of what's gonna happen. Maybe Komugi will turn into a GAOGAON at the end of the episode. And then, boom, episode stops. Girl, don't do this to us. To Animation, what are you doing? Anyways, I cannot wait for this to happen. And this video, I just needed to do this. I'm sorry, it's longer than I wanted it to be, but I just needed to talk about it. I just needed to share some theories. I just needed to, put it out there because this episode is making my mind go like, Wonderful PreCure is so good. I am really loving it, and it's amazing. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I'm gonna take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very much. If you're a member here on YouTube, leave a comment in this video with your favorite emoji from the channel. There are exclusive emojis for the members, so if you are a member, leave your favorite. I know, I love cinnamon. I think my favorite is probably Elena drinking tea or coffee. I like to think it's coffee because I love coffee, but I think it's tea. Like, she's spilling the tea, So I think that's my favorite. I love that emoji so much. But, the emojis are all amazing. So, if you're a member, thank you very much. Here on YouTube, on Patreon. If you support me on Throne, thank you very much. And if you've watched up to now, you support me a lot as well. I mean, a 17-minute video, just, brain waves all over. Thank you very much. And I'll wait for you this weekend to talk about episode 39. Bye-bye.